Good old people, we are Tottenham TV, back here to react to more of your comments, and your comments were too good not to react to them over the last couple of days. So let's get straight into it.
We're going to start with John Salvage. Maybe we can salvage our season. He says, Sim is being realistic. Ben, you're in a dream world, matey. Frank out! Shouts it.
Frank out, shouting
out.
at me.
You're in a dream world, mate.
Yeah, well.
Absolute dream world.
Not the first person to ever tell me that. Probably not the last person to ever tell me that. Look, all I'm saying is give him till the end of the season.
Dream. That's a dream.
It's a dream to give our manager till the end of the You're not even saying Frank out.
It's in the dream world, mate. I said I would change it if there was an alternative. You said you wouldn't.
Yeah, because I just think there'll be more options available at the end of the season.
That's fair. I hear that as well.
There is an alternative option, though. There's Javi. Javi's sitting right there.
Or there's a certain Australian drinking a pina colada
don't
on
start
the
with
beach.
this again.
Bring him back.
But he's not a realistic option. Javi actually could be a realistic option. So there is an alternative option. So you're pushing that button.
You know what? I am.
I'm not.
I am. I would give Javi a go. He can at least get us playing, I'm pretty sure. I'm hoping. He can get us a few shots on target.
Would he be your option at the end of the season?
I mean, if there's any possibility we can get someone like a Nagelsmann or
so would he be your number one choice at the end of the season? Tuchel? No, I think Tuchel will stay on with England.
Depends who the options are.
Pochettino, he'll be one of them for sure.
Pochettino. Yeah, I'll probably go Poch over
exactly.
him.
So that means you shouldn't change it now. You should wait till the end of the season.
Depends if these guys you can get.
But you most likely you can get Pochettino.
I don't want to sit through this a half a season. I'll probably go with Javi now rather than wait for Poch.
But then isn't that...
I don't even know if I'm not... I would like Poch to come back. I'm not crazy about it. I'm not like I'd wait till the end of the earth to get him back. But I'd like him to have
Who would you wait for then?
A Nagelsmann.
Okay. Is he a possibility?
Maybe. I don't know.
If there's any sort of possibility that a Nagelsmann could come to Spurs,
then I'd wait till the end of the earth. Yeah,
exactly. So,
but you can't do that. You can't run a football club in the off chance. If you sound him out and he's like, yeah, maybe in the summer I'll come, then yeah, fine, wait. But you can't just not act in the hope that these managers will come available and they'll want to join.
Yeah, but let's say we don't push the button until after we're at the FA Cup, right? Champions League, we're not going to do anything in regardless. The league, what are we hoping for? And the season's pretty much done after we come out of the FA Cup, let's be honest. So what are we changing it for? We may as well wait till the summer.
At that point, yeah.
And the FA Cup's only a few weeks away.
I'd still change it. Get an interim.
You know what I mean? I just think it's better for everyone to wait till the end of the summer because Javi will still be waiting there.
The season's still salvageable.
Now it is, yeah, but who knows? Frank can turn it around. You just never know. You just never know.
Nate Baker says, I'm sure a lot of fans would agree with me here, but you guys were a big catalyst to the rise in hate towards Ange last season. I get it's part of the job you do, and the Premier League games under Ange wasn't great, which you were reporting on. Still, I kept with him till the end and saw the potential he was bringing. Sacking him for Frank gave me flashbacks of sacking Poch or for Jose, and now this run of form just solidifies the confirmation bias that I have towards the fact I think Ange should have been given more time. It is what it is. It is what it is, though. We move on. I've just had to stop watching every game now as it's ruining my mental health. I'll get back to it when we sort this shit out. Never missed a game under Ange. Even when we lost, most of the time we still put in a fight. Can't say the same with Frank.
How many games did you see before Ange?
We'll say that again.
How many games did he see before Ange?
I don't know. Nate Baker could be an Aussie. I don't know. But we were a catalyst for the rise towards hate towards Ange.
How could you do that to Ange, Tim?
I would never.
How could you do that to Ange? You didn't watch this channel
if you think I was any way part of that absolute disgusting hate march towards Ange.
I remember after a certain game, I asked you the question. You said he's got to go.
I never turned.
He's got to go.
Never turned on
That's
my
what
guy.
you said. He's got to go. He's got to go.
I never turned on my
yes,
Ange.
you did. Don't lie.
I would never turn on Ange.
Don't lie.
I would never turn on him. He was
turned on him after the Chelsea game. He cupped his ears to the away fans, and you were like, "That's it. He's got to go."
Well, you can't. Look, when it comes to the fans, I'm very protective. I'm obviously going to side with the fans over Ange. I'm a Tottenham fan over the end of the day. But when it came to the footballing side, his management, I was always on his side.
You said he's got to go. That's what you said.
Because he was going against the fans at that one moment.
Yeah.
It was look, I regret it.
You felt very dirty doing it.
I said it at the time. I don't like it. I don't like being on that side. And I jumped ship after a week, went back to Ange after we went through against Frankfurt. Look, at the end of the day, it was bad last season. There's no getting away from it. So I don't know if you can say this channel was the catalyst. I think our poor form was the catalyst to it. But for me, I always wanted to stick with him.
I hate that narrative when people, we see it a lot in the comments and around social, like, the fans are the problem, this one's the problem, that one's the problem. No, the problem is the problem. The problem is on the pitch. That's what the problem is.
Yeah, I understand there were a lot of fans calling in last season very angry and maybe that fueled things, but there's a lot of emotion when it comes to football. And when we're losing game after game like we were at times.
I mean, I was very angry. I was going mad every week.
Exactly.
I didn't know what to do with myself last week. You know,
I could see why it was happening. That's why I wanted to stick with him. But excuses weren't enough for you.
No, they weren't.
But they are enough for you now.
No, I'm not even saying I believe in Frank. I'm just saying just give him till the end of the season to see if on the off chance he can turn it around. Like, I'm not sitting here and saying Frank is the right guy for us. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, let's just see.
But you didn't say the same with Nuno.
No, I didn't say the same with Nuno, to be honest. I didn't. I really didn't. And to be honest, there is much of the same that we're seeing this season. But I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because of the manager market at the moment. Maybe it's because I can see opportunities in the summer of the manager market. But I don't know. I just feel like just see on the off chance, because we're here now. We're halfway through the season. It doesn't seem to be getting any better. But maybe on the off chance it can get better. There's not much like things I can go on to say, well, look, I'm seeing this and yeah, we're seeing things go in the right direction. No, we're not. That's the problem. We're not. And it's hard to back. It is hard to back. But I just want to give it that little bit of a chance.
Peter Bates says 5 games ago, all the teams we just played were below us. We had 3 losses, 1 draw and 1 win. We went from 9th to 14th, season over. Ange turned over the playing squad from a reliance on Kane with an injection of youth, while also creating a winning team mentality, culminating in a trophy all in 2 years. Even if you're not an Ange fan, ask yourself, what has Frank done to at least improve on that momentum?
He's done nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like,
that's mad. So we've played 5 teams who are all below us. Is that what the last 5 games have been? And now they're all above us.
Yeah, well, Fulham are above us now, aren't they? Forest aren't above us.
Forest aren't above us, but they were below us, and we lost to them.
Yeah.
Who else have we played? Anyway, yeah. Newcastle were below us. They're above us now. Not
Didn't
great.
lose to them though.
Yeah, we didn't lose to them. It's true. We lost
Liverpool.
3-1.
Were Liverpool below? Liverpool weren't below us.
They weren't below us. Oh, they were for a bit.
Not when we played them though.
Not when we played them, no. But they were below us for a bit. But anyway, yeah. In terms of, that's obviously a massive frustration. That good feeling is completely dissipated now, hasn't it? Like, it's just nowhere to be seen. Now, any positivity we had from that Europa Cup win is gone.
It's true, but I mean, like, the whole of last season, barring a 3-week period, there was a bad feeling around the club. The whole season. We done unbelievably well to win the Europa League under the circumstances. And yeah, that was an unbelievable feeling, probably the best feeling I've ever had supporting Tottenham. But yeah, look, he hasn't done anything to build on the kind of good faith that the fans had towards the club. But what can I say? Like, there's not much to back up what I'm seeing. All I'm saying is just give it a little bit more time and see if he can turn it around.
Brett Spurs says, I don't think Sim's going to make it to the end of the season.
Neither do I, to be honest.
How
Many of the same graphs? How many of the same graphs and the same metrics and
can I just keep looking at
pies, you know what I mean?
Worse and worse. It's like going down. It's like, we had more shots than Fulham. Now we don't. Now we're level with Burnley for chances created. It's just we have 7 through balls this season. I mean,
that's more since you last told me about it.
Yeah, we had 3 in the last 5 games or something.
So
you know what the league
right
average
direction.
is?
What is it?
31. That's an average, not the top. That's an average for the amount of through balls you should be having.
What I suggest for your own mental health, just stop looking at these metrics.
That's my lifeblood.
Just stop looking at them.
I can't. I'm addicted. I'm addicted to the metrics.
Stop looking at them.
How bad can we get?
Life will be a lot better for you if you stop looking at these constant metrics.
And we'll have to watch the games. Not much better.
Now you have to watch the games anyway. So it's either watching the games, no metrics, or watching the games and the metrics. You're double compounding yourself.
God, I'm not going to make it to the new year, let alone the end of the season.
Just enough of these metrics is not doing you any favours.
This football ain't doing me any favours.
Correct. And the metrics on top of that is doing you even less favours.
You know what I like? I actually like looking at the metrics because at least it makes me feel like I'm not insane. It makes me feel like it's true what I'm looking at. What I'm looking at is garbage, and then the metrics back it up.
There's only a certain point that you can keep looking at the metrics. Like, you've been confirmed in your thoughts for ages now. Like, it's not getting any better. But how did he go? Metrics, send it, share it. Metrics, send it, share it. Like, how? It's like too much, man.
I think everyone who wants an Ange has to be pounded into them. This is what they asked for. Calvin 2334 says, trying to be positive. Do me a favour. It's absolute crap. No credit at all for that Liverpool performance. Teams literally can be bang average against us and still take 3 points away. Not good enough and no direction at all.
Yeah, look, that's fair enough. I thought the team did come out with it with a bit of credit, but the reality is we shot ourselves in the foot. 2 sending offs. 2 needless sending offs as well. I think if we don't get those sending off, I think we take something from the game. I think potentially even win the game, but we didn't. We got 2 sending off and we lost the game. So it's hard to give the credit, but I thought we were just slightly the better team.
I think the story of the game, as much as yes, we didn't give up fight, the story of the game for me was more Liverpool nearly shitting the bed rather than us doing anything great, in my opinion. But look, we deserve some credit for not admitting defeat with 10 men and 2-0 down. And that is true. And most teams at that point probably go for damage limitation, make sure you don't lose by more. And we didn't. We didn't give up, and we nearly got back in the game. But I'm watching the game, it was a hell of a lot more to do with how bad Liverpool were than how good we were. That's my opinion. Mick FU says, FU, there you go, says, when was the last time we scored a goal from outside the box? Honestly, I can't remember.
We didn't score many.
Richarlison, I guess, against Arsenal.
Yeah, that's true. Not long ago. But generally, we just don't score many goals. Even under Ange, we didn't score too many outside the box.
We didn't take too many shots from outside the box as well. Maddison scored a couple, I think.
Yeah, Sonny did as well. Didn't we score a couple against Burnley in the 5-2? That's like the last one I remember.
Sonny scored an Olympico.
Yeah.
That was a while ago. Yeah, we don't really take shots outside the box. Did Kudus ever get one outside the box this year? Against Leeds, maybe? That might have been outside the box.
I think it might have been just inside.
Yeah, that was close. But yeah, it's true. We don't take.
I did notice though, was it the game against Liverpool or the game before that we started to take a few more outside the box shots?
Against Liverpool, we did when we were down to 10 men.
No, but even Javi did.
Did he?
I think Javi did. I don't know if it was the last game or the game before, but Javi started to take a few shots from outside the box. It might have been against Forest.
Yeah, maybe against Forest. Maybe against Brentford.
Maybe it was that game. I can't remember the exact.
I think Brentford we did.
Maybe.
Drop kick your teacher. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Says what Palace is going through. We're 1 win in 8, Ben.
Absolutely spot on. And if you go on,
what Palace is going through. What are we going through?
When I meant what Palace is going through, I mean every time they play 2 games in the week, they lose. That's what they're going through. But
and every time we play, we lose.
It's true. Having said that, when I said that we were going to win, and I said on the Prem we're going to win, and as soon as I got off, I turned around to him saying, I completely forgot Javi and Romero out. We're losing. So I don't have too much hope because we're going to not be with those players, and they're so vital for us. And our stats without Javi ain't exactly the best, is it? But look, Palace are going fairly strong tonight against Arsenal in the Carabao. So you never know. They could be extra tired going into the game.
Tony says, last season, Sim banging on about Ange. Now Ben thinking we're the better team when we played shite.
We were the better team. We just played less shite than Liverpool.
I think that's fair. Yeah, I don't think you can really complain about that. I think Liverpool were that bad. You can probably say Spurs were the better team. I think that's fair.
Spurs were the better team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were. But not because we were good.
We had 9 men, 10 men for the majority, and we had a higher XG than them.
Yeah.
How mad is that?
It is mad. But I would say we weren't a better team because we were good. That's my opinion. Like, we were a better team because they were awful. I don't know how they nearly bottled that. Like, the how from that position was crazy. Ashley, BB2YM says, due to squad limitations and injuries, Ange sacrificed the league to win a trophy. Currently, Spurs are 4 places better, but not sacrificing Nout and serving up Dross. Defensive approach and leaking like a sieve. Yeah, I mean, we are still in the Champions League. I don't know if we would say we're sacrificing the league for the Champions League.
I mean, we sacrificed the league in the latter stages when the league was the league was gone anyway.
Yeah.
Last season. So everyone talks about sacrificing the league for the Europa League last season. We did that after like 25 games.
Yeah.
Maybe even more.
About March time, whenever that was. How many games?
Yeah, probably even 30 games, after 30 games. So it's not like we sacrificed.
I'd say a bit less.
It's not like Ange came out in the season last year right from the off and being like, you know what, forget the league this season. We're just going for the Europa League. That's not what happened.
Yeah.
What happened was, as soon as we were safe from relegation, he was like, oh, you know what, let's focus all on the Europa League now.
Yeah.
That's what happened. But
it wasn't 30 games. It was about 27, I would say.
Okay, fine, 27, not 30. But still, like, the majority of the season's gone.
Correct. But but the point was, when our players came back, he kept them safe for the Europa League. They weren't available before.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they were available and, you know what I mean?
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. But like, people, when they keep saying, "Oh, our whole league form was completely collapsed because he prioritized the Europa League." That's just not true. That's not what happened.
No, that's not what. That's right. But I think for me, it's fair to say, if we didn't have that Europa League run, would we have finished 17th? Probably not.
I mean, we wouldn't have finished that much higher.
I think we probably would have finished, maybe lower mid-table. But we
exactly.
would have been mid-table.
What's the difference if you finish 15th or 17th?
That's what got him sacked. It was to finish 17th.
And if he finished 17th, 15th, he wouldn't have got sacked?
I think we would have finished higher than 15th.
How much higher could we have finished?
12th, 11th?
Nah, doubt it.
We could have. Because we would have played our best 11 in the Premier League.
Even certain games we played Romero and Van der Ven, like against Nottingham Forest, and we still lost.
We played quite well that game.
We lost.
Yeah, we lost. But still played. But if we had more performances like that, we probably would have taken some wins.
I don't know, man. Like,
and also, didn't they both go off at half time in that game? If I remember
maybe,
rightly?
I don't know.
Like, we were still managing them, even in that period. We were giving them minutes in the Premier League, but it was like literally 45, half an hour here, an hour.
Just to keep up their match fitness.
Yeah, it wasn't about. And anyway, we knew that everything was on Europa League. You see with so many teams, it's not just Tottenham. It happens where when you get to this part of the season, there's not much riding on it. You can't get Europe. You can't go down. You check out. That's not a...
As we saw in the bloody Wolves away game last season, Romero played that game, and Romero put in an absolute stinker.
Yeah, but I understand that, and I'm not saying it's acceptable, but I'm saying that's a problem that a lot of teams face in that part of the season when there's nothing to play for. You can check out at that point, and especially when we did have something so big on the other side. I can understand why it was that bad. At that
and who knows? It could have been all in vain if Romero and Mickey Van der Ven didn't go into his office and say we need to go defensive.
Could have been,
but it wasn't.
Nope. Tony's faction says biggest gripe about Frank is I don't see where we are supposed to go with this. We don't play possession, counter-attacking, transitional play. No overlapping fullbacks. No wingers who beat their man 1v1 and break into the box. No striker to bully defenders and get us up the pitch. No midfield maestro who scores and assists. Give me something to believe in. I hate the way Brentford played under Frank, but at least they had an identity. And say what you want about Ange, but from game one, you could see what he wanted, right or wrong, but at least he had a plan.
That's true about Ange. He did have that. You knew exactly from the first pre-season game, you could tell exactly how his team wanted to play, exactly the ethos of the team. Everyone kind of knew their roles straight from the off. That's 100% true on Ange Postecoglou, and it's true what you're saying about Frank as well. Like, I don't know what kind of team we are. I don't know what kind of team we're trying to be. We're halfway through a season and we still don't know, which is, look, massive red flags. Like, don't get me wrong, massive red flags. But like I keep saying, like, what is the alternative option right now? You may as well just ride it out to the end of the season, and then there's a big market available.
Elon Musk, I'm not going to read that name, says, honestly, your defence of Frank is disturbing. After the injury crisis Ange faced in his first year and still qualified for Europe, the club bought Solanke and two 18-year-olds going into his second year. He then faced an even worse injury crisis with a threadbare squad with emergency January signings. He then wins you a major European trophy and still gets sacked. Frank has an amazing squad compared to Ange. Xavi, Moani, Paulinho all in with a fit Europa League winning squad, and he's already on the way to 17th.
I think to say he's got an amazing squad compared to Ange, I think is a bit too far. He doesn't have an amazing squad compared to Ange. He's got a comparable squad.
Better squad.
He's got a comparable squad, maybe slightly better. He doesn't have Son, who got our most goal contributions last year. He doesn't have Maddison.
No.
Doesn't have Kulusevski.
Nope.
So, I mean, they were the source of our goals last season.
Correct. But he does have a fully fit back four.
Yeah.
He does have Moani.
That's where he is failing massively.
You can't say Moani, Xavi and Kudus are comparable to Gray, Dragoshin, Davis and Forster being in the team. You know what I mean?
No, but, I mean, first of all, he still had Mickey van der Ven and Romero, albeit not available too much last season, but he still had them in the squad to play with. These guys he doesn't have at all, Frank.
Because they're injured.
Not one, yeah. But for literally not 1 minute. Not 1 minute.
They played 8 games.
Not 1 minute. Together they played 8 games.
Yeah.
Not individually.
Well, individually, I think during the season, well, it's hard to look at the metrics because when they played, a lot of the games they didn't play the whole game. They were playing, but
out of choice.
Out of choice for sure, which was the right choice. But I think when it comes, I don't know, in terms of 90 minutes. I think
it doesn't matter if they played 90 minutes or not. It's a matter of what they were available for.
Yeah.
And also, by the way, a lot of these injuries were self-inflicted, like bringing them back early.
Yeah.
None of these injuries have been self-inflicted by Frank.
How do you know? Romero, he nearly started him in a game where he was struggling with an injury, and he got injured in a warm-up. Why is that not
Romero?
Frank? Yeah.
Which situation was that?
Against Villa. He was suffering a knock. They were saying that he said after the game, we're going to see if we can get him on the pitch, and then he's pulled up in the warm-up.
How long was he out for?
Wasn't out for too long, but he still got injured. But you don't blame Frank for that.
Because he was out for a few games, that's why. Like, it didn't really
so the severity of the injuries on Ange, it does, that's just luck, isn't it?
I don't know, but what I know is that it happened a couple of times under Ange. With Frank, it seems like a one-off at the moment. Kulusevski's got nothing to do with Frank.
Yeah.
Madison's got nothing to do with Frank.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
there's a number of injuries that didn't have anything to do with Ange as well. Not
Son
all of them.
has left.
Yeah.
I never said all the injuries have to do with Frank. I mean, have to do with Ange. I never said that. But some of them do. It's clear.
Yeah, because we're playing a high-intensity way of playing. Very intense. And I understand that, but that's what top teams do. Look at Barcelona. They play a very high intensity.
Ange himself said it was a risk to play Mickey van der Ven. I can't remember if it was Van der Ven or Romero or both of them in that Chelsea game. But he still threw them in there, and they both went off injured, and both had long-term injuries after that.
Yeah, but again, that's hindsight talking. Romero, he said was fully fit, and he just picked up another injury, like a different injury.
The Van de Ven, he said, was the risk.
Van de Ven was a risk, but Romero had gone off injured, so he did risk. He kind of risked He said Van de Ven was the plan was to play him 70, and he ended up playing longer, and he ended up getting injured. Look, it's a mistake. Obviously, if he had his time back, I'm sure he wouldn't have done it, but he did. But that's not something that's like so highly irregular that other managers wouldn't have done, like in that situation. And like he's crazy for having done that. It happens, and it happened, and of course it was a mistake. But it's not like it means because he did that, he's a terrible manager. Is my point. Like you learn from that, and whatever happened. But the main point is those players were missing for 3 months now.
Yeah.
And that was obviously cost us massively.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah.
All right. Well, that is the comments. We'll see you all very soon. Merry Christmas to everyone out there. And I hope you have a good next couple of days. We've got a few Transfer Target videos coming out for you over the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So I hope you enjoy them. But thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.